Yo, what's going on, guys? So this video is going to be in 3 parts. This video is going to be ranking like half the rebirth items because, there's a lot of them. Second half is going to be the rest of the rebirth items. Third's just going to be your afterbirth, AB plus, repentance items. There's not too many of those to go through on their own, so putting them in one just makes sense. I cut it up into the more controversial and more in-depth takes because no one cares where I'm putting Steven. No one cares where I'm putting the ladder. Like no one cares. People want to know where we're putting Godhead, Epic Fetus, Dr. Fetus. So that's where kind of it. It's the items that take some depth to understand more and to like rank and talk about. But yeah, enjoy the video. This was streamed live on my Twitch channel. We're gonna be streaming a tournament on YouTube, actually, not Twitch for some reason because it's just better here. June 5th. So if you're free June 5th and you want to run the tournament, click the link below. If you don't want to run, just want to watch, make sure you're here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We got a lot of YouTubers in it. We got obviously me, Priets, Keelvin, you probably know him from a lot of his just like shorts on YouTube. Broski plays, a very surprising one at best, if you guys probably have watched the 4-player file and know my intro. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. When the video, it's more controversial takes, not the full thing. If you want the full VOD, go to Twitch and watch it. But yeah, enough shilling. Thank you for watching the video or clicking on it at least, and have fun. I'm sorry, but if you watch me, you can't watch Preach. Like it's against one of my channel rules. Sorry. Wow, there's a lot of items in this game now.
No, I know. There's a few hundred.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, do you just want to go in order, or do you want to like find certain items, or how are you thinking?
Let's just go in order, and then if we put it on YouTube, we can just like put the controversial ones out there.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
So
okay.
sad onion. That's a very nice tiers upgrade with no downsides to it.
Yeah. I mean also, I'm gonna pull up the item list because I just want to make sure I don't like butcher any of these stats.
Yeah, I have Platinum God open to the left just because I can go back to it and I can like look at it. But I mean, looking at it,
it's in order.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice too. It's 0.7 tiers up. That's for repentance. That's a pretty solid increase there. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it is good. I think it's a solid item, but it's not like special. I think
B tier, high B maybe.
Yeah, high B tier.
High B tier. All right.
Yeah.
Inner Eye. It's real. I love triple shot. It's not as good as quad shot as the big thing, but it's still really good in its own.
Yeah. The thing about triple shot is it doesn't. It's really hard to get used to. I mean, just because it's a huge tiers down. I mean, the same thing with quad shot. They are good items, but I don't know if they're exactly good items.
I think I would put like all of quad, triple, and double in A tier.
A tier?
It's all like they all synergize like pretty much everything in the game. Like,
yeah.
If you've got it, I think I'm gonna put it in A on mine. But if you got it, I think you just like.
No, A tier. I definitely agree with A tier. It's
sure.
It's like it has really good potential, but like by itself, it's a little rough.
I'm looking at the next one, and we're gonna have a little bit of a controversy with that, I think, because. If we
with which one?
With Spoonbender.
Oh yeah.
Because if we put that in S tier, then every other homing item has to go in S tier as well.
I mean, homing tiers are like super good. I think for the average player, having a homing ability is like game changer.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's also the synergies with that, like with triple shot and homing tiers, like that's 3 shots on an enemy right there, no matter what. And they're really buffed in repentance too. Homing tiers are super good.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the buff, I think it is S tier.
I think I would have to agree with that. S for Spoonbender.
Also, are you gonna put these items in order, like in the tiers, or are you just kind of throwing them in there?
I think after we're done, I might organize them, but as it goes, I'm just gonna put it in there. And if we get to a point where we're finding items that are just like super OP that we haven't thought about, we'll make an SS tier for it because there are some, like someone said in chat, like Sacred Heart, putting it on the same tier as homing shots just feels weird because it's the same effect but with even just better stuff. But
yeah. I feel like maybe we move Spoonbender down to A.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now and I'm like, it's homing, but a lot of items can give you homing with other benefits.
Yeah.
I'll put it in A. I'll put it in A. But
it's definite A, yeah.
Now my reflection. This is the first like not great item we find on here.
I love my reflection.
I think any item that messes with your tiers like that is so much fun, but it doesn't make it great. I think it's probably because like the range just messes with you so much.
Yeah.
Like low range can really screw you over. You can also hit enemies back into you if it's coming back. I think B tier for it.
I would say B tier is well, because normally when I do my tier list, I kind of think of like the item by itself and not like with like how great it can be.
Mm-hmm.
But like with piercing, it is really good. With that kind of
Yeah,
those kind of
true.
shots that just keep going through, you get all the procs and you just hit a bunch. So
Yeah, I'm cool with B
I
tier
think
for
B's
this.
good.
Yeah.
I think yeah. Yes. I would say, I mean, I would probably put it down to B tier because I mean range is huge, especially I feel like
Yeah.
in Repentance, like there's a lot of like in like especially the other like the alt floors.
Yeah, plus there's some
If,
bosses that is right on the walls now. You can't really hit from far away.
yeah,
Like,
and so getting
close
close is
dangerous.
rough.
You know what? Yeah, I agree. B tier.
I mean, he's also part of the Conjoined, which Conjoined got a big buff.
Yeah.
Because it's so many different familiars, but at the same time, it's like, it's barely any runs are you gonna get that many familiars, and familiars aren't that good,
I
especially
think
later floors. Like
most of these normal familiars, like Brother Bobby and Sister Meg, you're probably gonna end up just being C tier, because they do contribute to Conjoined. But aside from that, after the basement floors, you're not really getting much out of them.
Yeah, I would say C tier is really good for that.
C for Conjoined. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't like familiars. Like I'm on the bandwagon of familiars bad.
I'm not. There's some that I'm gonna take them at. Like obviously Incubus and stuff. Like it's just
Yeah.
double damage. But certain ones, like especially Guardian Angel and stuff, like they just mess you up so much. I feel like
Not having to transform is awesome.
I would put it like, okay. My thing with respawn items is that you never really want to have to use them because they're gonna be at a huge disadvantage with health afterwards.
Yeah.
So I think at highest, the respawns aside from Judas's Shadow should probably be going in the B tier.
Yeah, I think they're really good. They're really good, like last stand kind of things that
Right.
will help out.
These
But
fight they're very good for because you can just respawn in the fight. But
yeah,
I think because of if you die with this, let's say you have like full spirit hearts, you're gonna respawn with half a spirit heart. You're at a huge disadvantage there. It's not it's not really giving you anything. It's kind of saying, okay, well here's your last shot to beat the boss on one heart that you couldn't beat before with all your health. So it's like, I think B tier for most of them. I do think that Shadow and Lazrag is gonna be above them because of their unique
Yeah.
properties, but I think one up should be B tier.
well, this would be F tier. I don't think that we should.
What is below F tier?
Health. No. Yeah, health is the worst thing in the game, guys. That's why we're putting it
Yeah.
below.
If you get hit, you're bad. Just play as a lost. You're fine. Now, Transcendence. It's flight, but it's almost too rare to even consider finding in a secret room.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can only find it in a secret room, all the items that are like secret room only, they're kind of just like, it's like they're weird. They're not like really good items, but when you find them, it's like, okay, nice.
I got it yesterday because of Damocles, and I've maybe only gotten the item like 3 times in my entire like Isaac career. So it's just flight, and it barely shows up. I don't even think like it's. I honestly might put it in like flight's just really good, but you never see it.
Yeah.
And even if you do see it, you're like, oh, cool, flight. Like it's.
Yeah.
I want to say D, but I feel like it's bad to put it in D.
I say we can do C. I think C's definitely like a good spot. It's flight. We can't put a
Right.
flight item in D. I feel like it's below average. It's definitely below average just because of how rare it is, and there are a lot of flight items in the game already. So I mean, we
Yeah.
could honestly put it in D since there's so many flight items.
I'm
do you
okay
think?
with C or D, whatever you want to do with it. I think it's in between the two, like a high D, low C, either one.
Yeah. Yeah. I say just to have a nice like little normal curve, we do the put it in C.
I agree. It makes a nice little like graph right there.
Yeah.
The compass. It's mapping.
Compass
which
is good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of biased. I'm a speedrunner, so like I like the compass a lot.
Yeah.
And it's always like,
Compass is better than map.
if you see like, oh, I want to buy this, like you go for the money to buy it. So I think it's A tier.
Yeah, I agree. A tier.
Cause like, it saves you from doing rooms you don't have to do, which on the later floors or the alt floors is just so important.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you get to like Womb and you're trying to go to Hush and you don't have mapping.
Right, and it also is super
Mapping is
nice to
nice.
see where like your sacrifice rooms are, your curse rooms. Like it's just to know what you have on a floor so you don't miss anything. Very, very nice.
But now we're to the books.
Yeah, this is gonna
The
be
interesting stuff.
So before Repentance, I would have put Bible in like the D tier. I think because of it and because it like, I mean, the mom's heart fight on Mausoleum is actually just difficult. Like it's hard, and it is an insta kill on that and Mausoleum mom, and also flight for a room.
I
is
think the
very
Mausoleum
versatile.
Heart is actually like extremely easy compared to the mom fight. in
Really?
Mausoleum.
I think compared
Yeah.
to the mom fight, but I think in just general terms, the bullet patterns are super weird to get used to. The curves
I mean,
and stuff.
Having played it a lot, having Dead God,
Having Dead God, yeah.
Dead God, it's I mean, you kind of once you learn it a little bit, you're gonna get hit during that. There's a lot of really stupid tiers,
Yeah.
but The Mausoleum mom fight is so stupid with the brimstone eyes and also like the weird attack. The foot comes down 3 times in a row.
I think honestly, both mom fights could be fixed. Just get the hands out of the game. Take the hands out.
Yeah, the hands, since they made it so the hands aren't just from the wrist up, it's like the entire like forearm, so like
And
it
it
reaches
goes
all
up
the way
to, like,
across the room.
Like the hitbox feels like where you gotta stand to trigger it is like you gotta be in the center of the room or like a little off, otherwise you're gonna get hit by a hand. Like it's very difficult now. But I think Bible is a good C tier. I mean, Flight Through a Room, like on that one, that one caves room where it's like mushrooms and stone chests that are like blocked off by a pit. Like it's great for certain rooms like that.
I would honestly say it's almost B tier because I mean having flight for those kind of rooms you're talking about, really good.
And the trap rooms in Mausoleum, it can just save you from getting hit by any spikes.
Yeah.
You know what? I think B tier for sure.
Yeah.
What's up, Mom? How you doing? Mausoleum Mom cannot use her arm to hurt you. Oh, I guess that is true. I guess she only has, but she has brimstone eyes. That kind of evens it out.
I mean, just in general, for being able to kill Mom instantly is
it's
OP. It's awesome. I would take Book of Belial over Necronomicon.
I think they both belong in C tier.
You think they? I think that's honestly fair. I mean, it is a really good utility.
Yeah, I mean, like having that and going into like the Mausoleum or Ash Pit and just using that like to clear a room, it can save you from getting like hit like 3 or 4 times in certain rooms.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And now we have, I don't know if the person's in chat right now who defends the poop, like it being better than.
It's S tier.
He thinks it's S tier, but like, so his argument, I don't know if you're in chat right now if you want to defend
bridges.
yourself. But you
Yeah,
can make bridges with it, and it gets used for pushing enemies back. Whenever you need a bridge, the game gives you rocks to make a bridge with.
So somebody just commented, it gives you blockade synergies with poop items and ghost pepper and petrified poop. It cool too with it. That's what this comment says. Yes, very.
But so does the Forgotten's body.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think it's that good of an item. It's same thing as like I will not take that active item through the run with me.
See, now there is a bug in the game where you can use the poop to go on top of rocks and be invincible for like that room.
Yeah.
However, it requires very specific enemies and pushback and rooms. I think, but here's like, if you get petrified, it's basically having like sack of pennies or like something like that. It's not awful. I think it might be D tier though.
I think it's D tier. I mean, I think it's a good enough item. D tier doesn't mean it's awful. Like it's awful.
It's
but
not a negative item at all.
It's not super useful when you compare it to pretty much any other active item.
Right.
Even Jar of Flies, I would rather have over that.
I like Jar of Fly. I think it's okay. I think this is D tier. I think this is definitely D tier. I don't think at any point are you going to be taking this over like almost every other active item in the game. Tammy's head though, this is an item. I think this is A close to S, honestly.
I would almost say it's B tier.
Really?
Just because it's very dependent on the items you get. If you have brimstone, yeah, it's the best item like in the game. If you just have regular tiers, it's good, but you're not going to kill a bunch of enemies in the room. If you don't have like, it kind of just depends on what items you have. And so if you don't have a really good run, there's better active items than Tammy's head.
Right, but each tier is your damage plus 25 damage. It's still going to be huge, I feel like.
Yeah. So yeah, I think A tier's
I think A tier is the best, like, what's the word? I don't know the one I'm thinking of, but I think A tier is a good place for it. Just because, like, compromise, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's just, you can walk into a room and pop it, and you can either clear the room right away or take a lot of enemies out and, like, make it easier for yourself.
Or you can just miss them.
Oh, wait, here's the thing, though. Tammy's head got removed from every item pool. It's only in the crane game now. What?
Wait, whoa,
That's awful. That's actually...
Wait, is that true? I think they just added it to the crane game.
Oh no, it is still in crane game only.
Wait, really? Like,
if you hover over where it says item pool, it says added an afterbirth removes in repentance. Or golden chest, I mean, sorry. That first item pool thing says added an afterbirth removed in repentance. It's only crane game.
Oh, that's awful.
It's still good to get, but I think it's low A tier now then.
Yeah, low A tier. I mean, I feel like the rarity shouldn't go too much into consideration, but still there is kind of that consideration. So right, like, A tier good.
Now, piercing shots, very, very good. One of the best tier modifiers like ever is piercing shots.
Yeah, I think A tier is really appropriate for that.
I also agree. Homing and piercing are the two best modifiers, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, homing. What's nice about like piercing is you can hit multiple enemies. I think homing is really, really strong, but piercing is almost better than homing.
Yeah, you know what? With a lot of items, I mean the thing is though, a lot of items cancel out piercing because they already like their lasers or their brimstone any attack items, so they kind of cancel it out. But homing has the same
Yeah.
thing with the more powerful items, but I think both are. I do think piercing is a bit better than homing. I would agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially for more experienced players, piercing is a lot better. I mean, it's all about like how good the player is. If you're missing shots, yeah, piercing's not good. Like you're
Right.
missing shots.
But it's great for most rooms. I think A tier is ideal for it. Now we got Dr. Fetus, which is a very hard item to place anywhere.
My favorite time to get Dr. Fetus is probably whenever I get Sacred Heart. I think that's the best time. And it's
Oh,
really
do you
funny.
really? Yeah.
I think the appropriate setup is when you have like Play-Doh, Sacred Heart. I mean, all that kind of weird
It
stuff.
wasn't
and-
awful with that. It was the homing shots. And if you have homing with Dr. Fetus, your run is dead. Your run is all like it's like that's the thing. Piercing and homing are really, really good. Either of those with
Yeah.
Dr. Fetus makes the item almost untakeable.
I think homing with bombs is super OP, in my opinion.
Well, before I would say yeah, but with the buffed homing shots, it'll sweep back around. If there's an enemy in front of you, you're not getting away. Like it'll sweep back around towards it. It's
Yeah.
but it's so good
I mean,
otherwise.
'cause your whole argument right now is just because you're bad, it kind of hits you
Mhm.
more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would think I don't want to put it any lower than B because it's a very good item. Normally.
Yeah, I mean, infinite bombs, OP.
Right.
I think I like Dr. Fetus more than Epic Fetus.
Interesting. I think Epic Fetus is a bit better because you're not like worried about walking into your own bomb if you can move out of the way. But I think really high B for Dr. Fetus. Maybe even A. It just scares
I would say
me.
I would say A. I would say A because in any normal run, it's all about skill. So like if you have the skill to use it, it's A.
I will put it in A. It is a good item. I just have had bad synergies with it, which is why it like freaks me out. Also, sad bombs with it is OP. Tech is A. Tech is A or S. Like it's
So Tech 1, what's Tech 1? Let's look at it real quick. Tech 1 I would say B because Tech 2 is A and I think Tech X is S. I would say that it's decent, but it doesn't let you shoot regular tiers and it kind of like I don't know.
it still has
I would-
knockback though. It still gets knockback
Yeah.
with it.
But isn't it a damage down or do they take away the damage?
That used to be Tech 2, and Tech 2 is
Oh
still
yeah,
a
Tech
damage
2.
down.
Okay, yeah, we'll say A.
It's-
I think A is
It's piercing, it's extra knockback, and it looks cool. And it's got a lot of synergies to it. Also, like with homing shots with Tech, like it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But Tech 2, I think, is also going to end up being A when we get to that.
Yeah. The thing is, Spoonbender, I feel like in Repentance, comes up so much more.
Yeah, it's weird. I get it quite a bit now, actually. It's homing in general.
I feel like you get it a lot in the first like 2 floors, but nowhere else really.
Yeah. No, I agree. Chocolate milk,
Yeah.
that's going to be an A tier as well. Maybe even.
Yeah. I would almost put it S, mainly because people have roasted me way too many times in my life because I said it was bad in my 1,000,000% video. So
See, there used to be, okay, the little chocolate milk history in Rebirth. There was a glitch you could use where if you were going to get an item that canceled out chocolate milk and like didn't let you charge it anymore, if you held the charge button down and picked that item up, it would keep your damage at the highest chocolate milk damage. So it used to be busted. Like it used to be crazy. I think still it is S tier. It's just choosing how fast you want to shoot. Like that's great. It's infinite tier rate if you want to use it however you want to use it.
yeah.
I think it's got to be S.
Yeah, I'm putting it S tier. I think it's really appropriate to put there. I mean, also with any of the triple shot, any of the double shot items, like
Yeah.
that's immediately a lot more. Just you can shoot so much faster, and like it saves your runs a little bit.
This is gonna be controversial though. This next item, because
Yeah,
I don't like. I think Dead Cat is only good if you already only have one heart.
yeah. My opinion with Dead Cat is it's really, really, really OP with Lost. Like with
Yeah.
Lost, Tainted Lost, anybody like that. I mean, you can't get it with Tainted Lost, but it's OP because you just instantly have lives. But whenever you have it and you get down to like Delirium, for example, and you die, you're not gonna go back into the delirium fight and win, like, or any fight really.
My chat is roasting because apparently you said Gooba on Lost instead of good. I didn't hear it, but everyone heard
I said
it.
Gooba? No, wait. Let's not
think
talk about that.
I think my opinion of Dead Cat is spoiled because of 4-player. Because like if one person dies, then the whole room gets started over again. Everybody getting taken out and losing health from it because you get hit in the boss fight. However, I mean it's part of Guppy, which is a huge thing. I think it has to be B or A. It's part of Guppy.
So I mean, what's nice is it's pretty much. I mean, we put 1 up in B, and so like it brings you back as your form. So for early floors, it's amazing. But also you do have to trade health to get it.
Right, and then you lose all your red hearts.
You lose your angel deal chance. Like, it's really good, but it's really bad late game. It's pretty much not useful late game.
So you think B tier then for it?
I think B tier's very appropriate for Dead Cat.
I
mean, because
it can't be
Guppy's
higher.
amazing. Guppy's also not even as good. Guppy also got nerfed.
And there's a new Guppy item in the game too, so like...
Yeah.
Loki's horns, though. I think it is the same proc rate as Mom's Eye, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta find it, though, on here first.
I think it's a 12 luck.
Oh, it is. It's 15 luck activates every time, which is weird.
Okay, yeah. My thing about it is I think it's a very strong item. Even when it randomly shoots out, it's just nice when you get cornered and, like, it's just extra damage, kind of. But, like... It's rare that you get a lot of luck with it. Now that there's perfection, like if you have it with Lost and you get perfection, oh my gosh, is it OP? But
yeah, but that's also situational. I mean, someone in chat said it's C. I think it's better than C. I think it's B, but I don't.
I would almost agree with the C because shooting tears out from your sides and your back, it's not like you're gonna be able to aim those like super well. It's not the same as like having 3 shots in front of you. It's just most of the time you're only gonna hit people with the tears in front of you. So
someone said Luck 7 is 100% force side, but on Platinum God it says
they might be thinking of Afterbirth Plus.
Yeah, I mean it says plus 15 luck will activate it every time. Well, 0 luck is 30% chance, which is weird why it's staggered like that. But
yeah,
I would high C.
It has
or
really
low
good
B.
combos.
I don't know. I mean, I would say C to even it out a little bit more if you have a lot in B.
Yeah, I agree. I think C. We have a lot of good items in B.
Right, and I think it matches that almost, but not quite.
Yeah, I mean, because the items that we have in B right now are like you get those and it's good. Like there's not much yet. They're like solid, just stat up items and active items. So
yeah.
I think C is appropriate.